Okay, y'all. These are my thoughts on WWE, the John Cena saga, and you know, John Cena's last appearance is in December. Now, the last WWE network chronology is right now Survivor Series November 29th. So, after that, there's no scheduled pay-per-views, and this is probably going to change down the line. But I don't know what the pay-per-view for December is going to be. But I'm thinking, how is John Cena going to ruin wrestling and retire with the belt? You know, I'm giving WWE and Triple H too much credit as saying that they would actually do something cool and let John Cena take that WWE belt home and retire it and start a new TKO WWE type belt that looks different, that looks cool, that's awesome, and let somebody like maybe Roman Reigns hold that belt and give it some prestige, and the Randy Ortons, that ruthless aggression era, the Seth Rollins, and all of those guys just sort of be the transition candidates that could bring some legitimacy to that new title, and then let this new era of people like Dominic Mysterio, not Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, all of those new guys take that new belt, like that TKO WWE belt, and give it a new era of history that 50 years from now we could be like, oh wow, he had that belt. Let John Cena take that WWE belt and retire. Let that be the last history. 2025 is a good year to end that. And then 2026, new era officially. And it doesn't erase Randy Orton's record. His record will always be there. But if you want to be like, hey, I held this WWE / TKO era belt, that'll be number one. We need to let guys who never held that title, start this new record. Let them do it. If Vince McMahon isn't in the company no more, Triple H is seemingly, man, I want to give him time. No one's ever just awesome in they, first year, but God, wrestling is sucking at this point. The last WrestleMania lead up and all of that was pure garbage. Raw is pure garbage. SmackDown is pure garbage. NXT is cooking somewhat, but then when Shawn Michaels guys come to the main roster, it sucks. The only people I saw come to this main roster and it's looking promising right now is Julia and Roxanne Perez. And we have a long way to see what they do. We have a long way to see what they do. Bianca, Charlotte, and all of them, that's under Vince. It's sad to say the moment Vince leaves, everything comes crashing down. But, I thought Triple H was like, oh man, this is going to be good. Triple H been in the business. He knows what he's doing. To be honest, the only reason that Rock, Roman, and stuff was good because The Rock actually brought his own writers to the writing table. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Triple H, you know, he's hiring some more writers. That's what I heard. You know, well, that's not what I just heard, but you could go on their website, look at careers. They're trying to build some stuff up. You know, I want to give it time, but I mean, we need to see progression until SummerSlam. If we go into SummerSlam the same way we did Mania, where none of the matches had any good story behind it, Triple H has to get fired. Or not fired. I like Triple H from a business standpoint. But as far as creative, he has to go. He has to go. And then you're about to make some reality show where you expose the wrestling business. I think Triple H is trying to ruin wrestling, not John Cena. You know, I would love that. You know, Vince would play into that. You know, I would make Triple H, you know, try to ruin wrestling. And, you know, if he's trying to do this from a standpoint to, like, I don't know, it's Vince in his ear saying something, like, honestly, I really don't know. But it seems like we're going to ruin these superstars, stop giving them a push, expose the business, make trash PLEs, make the viewership go down so someone can buy it back. Is that what we're doing? You know, let John Cena retire that title. Oh no, we don't know what to do. You know, is that what's going on? You know, do we need to see the bigger picture to where we're going to ruin WWE right now, this era, and bring in a new, better TKO era? You know, people complain about the commercials and all of that. Like, I don't care about that. I don't care about the commercials. I don't care how many logos are on the mat. I got used of it. We don't care about the advertisements if the story in wrestling is good. Usually we're getting one or the other. We'll have a 5-star match and a 1-star story. That's what's been going on. Now, I've been rambling on that a little bit, but my theory for this John Cena thing, if I had to guess, you know, John Cena's going to give us a nice run. And then in December, I'm expecting the day John Cena is like, this is my last appearance. Y'all never going to see me again. I'm thinking, you know, it might be a Raw. I don't know if it's going to be a PLE. That's the thing I don't know. Whether it's a PLE or Raw or something, John Cena has no more dates. I'm guessing the Money in the Bank champion is going to cash in. And we have to wait to see who's the Money in the Bank champion. I would love for it to be 2 people. Solo Sikoa or R-Truth. I would love to see R-Truth get bodied at Saturday Night Main Event. Not just body, but, you know, get beat. Be off of TV for a while. Get in a qualifying match. Win Money in the Bank. Stay off of TV or get attacked or something like that. And then maybe a PLE or something. You know, John Cena is vulnerable and then Truth cashes in. And then we can get R-Truth from December to maybe I forgot. I don't know if they'll fight at Royal Rumble or something, but you know, let R-Truth get his flowers in WWE. I mean, he entertains the fans. I would give R-Truth the title shot, and then by R-Truth having the title for a month or 2 months, he's gonna show up. You can have that champion show up every single week, and then you let a up and comer who proved themselves beat R-Truth for the title and go into WrestleMania. No one's gonna be mad that R-Truth beat John Cena because he cashed in. It might have not been fair and square, but John Cena ain't been fighting fair and square. But that's one scenario that will go over with the fans. The fans will head explode if R-Truth cashed in the Money in the Bank. Now, and then if R-Truth cashes in, John Cena could retire clean. John Cena won't, be pissed off in this, oh man, we can't resolve this. It's R-Truth, John Cena could retire and say, wow, I got cashed in on by R-Truth. It's not going to be like a Carmelo Hayes or, Jacob doing it. We would want more. Let R-Truth do it. Now, Solo, he could win. Solo cashing in on John Cena also makes it to where we kind of wouldn't care what John Cena has to say if Solo did it. Because Solo winning Money in the Bank, cashing it in on John Cena at the right time, starts the bloodline type era over again. Solo will have the belt. Jacob will still have the belt. Or Jacob won't have that belt, and then you can actually do a Solo versus Jacob maybe at WrestleMania. I don't know if people's ready for that. WrestleMania 42, Solo versus Jacob. Is Jacob ready for that? Is Solo ready for that? I don't know what we have right before WrestleMania like that, but maybe. Or you let Roman win it. That's the Roman versus Solo. We saw that on Raw, so probably not. Roman versus Jacob. We waiting for that, but that's not a WrestleMania match. Either Roman's, you could let Roman, let John Cena get out of here, and there won't be any bad blood after that. Because I don't see this. I see Cody coming back and getting his rematch at SummerSlam, but we're talking about December. So my prediction is really going to be R-Truth, Solo, or Roman possibly winning the Money in the Bank. But I don't know if they're going to put Roman in that Money in the Bank. I see Roman more so winning the Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. Money in the Bank is left for somebody to seek an opportunity and use it wisely. So that's where I'm kind of going. I don't see Braun Breaker could be in there and win it, but the Money in the Bank is going to be used to stop John Cena, most likely. Roman could win. Well, no, you can't do We're not going to have Royal Rumble yet. So the Money in the Bank is only going to be used for that. But, you know, Roman could win Royal Rumble. Roman could win Elimination Chamber. But John Cena will be gone. So it'll be whoever wins Money in the Bank is fighting whoever wins the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. You know, 9 times out of 10, WWE doesn't have the creative genius to let John Cena retire with the belt. They don't have it. They just don't have those creative writers to do that. You know, they're creative people, even fan theories that are way better than what WWE is about to do. I mean, the hater predicted the Seth, CM Punk, and John Cena feud perfectly, down to the T of exactly what's going to happen. They can't afford to mess up this John Cena heel turn. Some people saying it's already messed up. I think let R-Truth win it. Let R-Truth be champion. Some people probably listen to this like, oh my God, R-Truth, are you crazy? No, R-Truth has been in wrestling forever. And the fans love him. You know, just let him have it for a month or two. Solo could do it. And I don't see Roman being in the... If you let any heavy hitter win Money in the Bank and take it from John Cena, is going to feel stupid. You know, maybe Seth, because he's kind of slick like that. But we don't want to see Seth versus Cena. We don't want to see that. Give it to R-Truth. Give it to Solo. That's the only option I see. I don't see a... Man, there's no way Carmelo Hayes or The Miz or Karrion Kross or Aleister Black... There's no way none of those guys could win Money in the Bank and then take it from Cena. You know, maybe McIntyre. But it's going to feel... it's not going to feel rewarding. We need to see John Cena stopped by R-Truth or Solo. Solo does it. It reignites this bloodline type S aura. You let R-Truth do it. It's a fun way and a throw and a head twist to let Cena go ahead and retire. You know, shake R-Truth's hand, you know, that type. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Hopefully you stayed for the whole video. You know, comment down below SmackDown review or SmackDown thoughts. It's gonna be later on the day. Raw tomorrow. Get in the comment section. Let me think what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about that.